Anna, I heard you've been capering around with elderberries in the kitchen.
I have.
So tell me, what have you been doing?
I have made some elderberry muffins and bread right here.
Okay.
And I have made some elderberry pancakes.
I want to ask you a question. Have you eaten any of your product yet?
I have. I've
And?
had some of I've had a muffin
Was it good?
and it was so delicious.
Well, do
And
you
I
have
am-
proof of that?
Actually, I'm glad you asked because your sister Lenora had a piece too.
Okay,
And
well,
she liked it.
good. I can believe it because guess what? Lenora used to cook for the harvest teams up in Kansas, Texas, up to Canada, and everywhere else. So she knows how to cook. We can trust her judgment.
Awesome.
Well, what else have you been making with elderberries?
Well, I also have some, let me see here, it's tarts. The tarts.
Okay, a tart.
And
Right
they
here?
have, they are wrapped in phyllo dough.
Why did you use phyllo dough?
Well, it's not so doughy, and it's
Less calories.
less calories, and it just tastes better.
And what is this scrumptious thing right here?
Right here?
This.
Oh,
this.
pie, the elderberry pie.
We are
My
going
goodness
to. We're going to eat a
gracious.
piece of that. We are
Oh.
going to.
Yes, and it has that phyllo pastry on the top.
Cuts the calories there.
Mm-hmm.
And I know the phyllo pastry is delicious. I love the crunch.
Mm.
Well, let me explain what I did, okay?
Okay.
Do you see those dried elderberries right there?
These?
Yes. I dried a bunch of those. Really
Ooh.
hard work since the dryer did it for me. And that packet, can you show the people what that packet? Yeah, that is a, can't remember what it's called.
Is
Silicone.
Silicone.
Silicone packet. If you don't mind, Anna, just open up the jar. And what I do is I put those 1 or 2 or 3 packets in my jar of dried elderberries, and it keeps it fresh for longer, and they do last a long time.
Awesome.
And I also made some elderberry juice, like right here. I made a lot of that. I have several pints in the freezer.
Mm.
I take that juice out and I put it in the refrigerator to thaw, and I just keep 1 jar in the refrigerator, and I take a little bit of juice every day, and my husband does too. And someday, Anna, we're going to get you to take it.
Uh-oh.
And then I made elderberry jam. Doesn't that look
Ooh.
good? That is delicious. We've already had some of it, and it's good.
Mm.
Let me think, what else did I make? Oh, elderberry syrup. What do you think of that?
That
Yeah, I like that.
That looks beautiful.
I basically use the same recipe for the elderberry syrup as I do the juice, except I add more honey.
Oh.
And you can put it on
On the
your pancakes,
pancakes.
and we will do that in the morning.
Yay.
And one more thing that I made, that over there, that big jar, yeah, to bring it closer, elderberry liqueur. I don't know if I said that right. It's not liqueur, liqueur. Anyway, it is 50% Grey Goose vodka.
Wow.
That is a smooth vodka. Of course, now this is for medicinal purposes. You can take a few teaspoons a day for health reasons. And
Can I
then the
smell it?
other, yes, please do. And then the other 50% is the elderberry juice.
Mm.
And I really think it turned out good. That's the first time I've ever made it.
Wow.
Now, someday I want to make elderberry wine.
Wow.
That is in the future. I was gonna show this pie again. I'm just so thrilled about that pie. It looks so good.
It does. Oh, wow.
You
I
know,
can
when we're
hardly
talking
wait.
about elderberries, sometimes, you know, elderberries are not sweet. So we have to sort of sweeten them up and spice them up. And the different spices that one can use, there's several of them. and probably many more than what I'm going to say. But there's ginger, allspice, cinnamon, cardamom, cloves, cayenne, vanilla, and chocolate.
Ooh.
I've used, of all of those, I've used mostly the allspice, the cinnamon, vanilla, and the chocolate. I use the vanilla in the syrup. I really like that. But the allspice and cinnamon is delicious, and you put in a pinch of cayenne and it gives it a little bit of kick in your juice, and it's scrumptious. But I'm sure everything, all these spices makes it nice.
Mm.
And you can put in lemon juice for a longer shelf life, or lime juice. And I've heard that some people put in orange juice. I don't know if that's just for flavoring. I don't know if it would make a longer shelf life in the refrigerator, not really on the shelf, but in the refrigerator. It would last a lot longer after you maybe thawed them out, if you froze them. So that it's really nice to know all that stuff. And there's one more thing. Oh yes, over in England or Great Britain, they make elderberry capers.
Ooh.
And right there are the unripe elderberries. Now, I didn't realize you could use unripe elderberries for anything because of the cyanide-like substance in unripe berries. But they have a recipe. And so the very beginning of the recipe is that you put salt on those berries. You just pour salt on them. Just really pour it. Yeah, open it up. And we're just going to do the first step in their caperberry recipe. Caperberry elderberry recipe. Boy, will it pour faster than that, Anna? And you might just shrug it down inside the bowl. They say just really, coat the berries, soak it in. You have to use the whole thing. All right, that's good. Kind of shake it. I think you would have to shake it. Yeah. Now the recipe from Great Britain. Now I don't know anything about this, so this is just something we're trying. The recipe from Great Britain says to let that set. I'm going to put it in the refrigerator. I don't think you have to, but I'm going to. Put it in the refrigerator and let it set for 5 days, soaking in salt. And then you process it with vinegar, and then you have caperberries after a certain amount of time. And we'll do that later. There's not time to do it right now.
Oh, wow.
This is going to be interesting because, if you can make your own caperberries, get tongue twisted, why not? You think that's true, Anna?
Sure.
So in the future, Anna and I are going to make some more elderberry pies for sure.
Oh, yeah.
And we are going to make some elderberry wine just for the fun of it.
Ooh.
Well, we've really enjoyed our session with everybody. And Anna and I both say goodbye.
Goodbye.